T?
What's a Model T?
It's my new invention. It's the first automobile.
If it's the first one, why don't you call it the Model A?
I'm going to invent the Model A later on. Don't laugh, Augie. This thing's going to revolutionize things around here. Before I'm through, everybody will be driving my Model Ts all over the place, and that'll be great for your business, too.
Why good for our business?
Because it runs on wood. You burn firewood back here, and it makes steam and turns the wheels.
Well, the Model T took Mocha by storm. Everybody had to have one, and Cousin Henry was turning them out night and day. And just as he predicted, the Greater Mogan Wood Supply Company was thriving too. Pablo and Augie hired 4 new people to help them keep up with the demand. They even set up some wood stations for refueling in the outlying areas. It wasn't long till they had a problem, though. They were cutting trees faster than they were growing, and the environmentalists were up in arms again.
Look, this whole island's gonna stop running unless we find some new wood pretty quick.
How about your coconut husk idea?
I got O'Toole working full-time on that, but he says, well, not for a while yet.
And even if it works out, the husks would only meet some of the fuel needs.
We still need a new supply for construction and paper and clothes and all the other things people are making from wood.
Okay, so new exploration is the only answer.
Sure. There's probably a lot of wood out there.
We'll just have to go and find it.
That'd be awfully expensive. We'd need to locate some, and then boats. A lot of boats to haul it back.
Let's get the stockholders together.
So, that's the story. We're going to have to invest a lot of clams in exploration and new equipment, and our profits just haven't been great enough for us to do it all out of earnings. So, what do you think?
Well, it seems like we got no choice.
If we don't expand to fill the island's needs, things will go bust, I'm afraid.
I agree.
Okay, we'll just put up some more capital, but remember, this is a risky business, and we expect a good return on our investments if you do well.
Right. Some years you haven't hardly made a profit at all, and we've had little dividends.
Yeah, and most of us are small investors. We can't afford to lose our money, and we need a fair share of your profits.
Well, they raised the money, and the Greater Mogan Wood Supply Company began its international operations. At first, they were able to operate on deserted islands, so costs remained pretty much where they had been. And besides, those eager Beaver Islanders were selling wood to Mocha, so competition provided a check on the prices. But they soon found they had to go farther away each trip to locate the wood to fill all Mocha's needs. So they started making the rounds of the inhabited islands.
Yeah, we'd like to make you an offer for the wood rights on that forest next to the beach.
It went well for a time. The price of a cord of wood on Mocha was up slightly because of increased costs, but the company developed some efficiencies, bigger boats, and a couple of new sawmills for conversion of whatever product was needed at the time. Mocha was enjoying a period of growth and plenty. Prices were up generally, but that seems inevitable in good times. There were lots of new babies, housing developments, roads, cars, and other inventions all over the place. There was incentive for everybody to work. It was a time of peace and plenty. It always seems that the happiest times are when the fates conspire.
Who you calling a sassafras lover?
You big shooter, your whole life come around here and that big jive talk about...
It all started at a party over on Stoned Island. A minor disagreement grew into a riot and then to a skirmish, and finally King Basil I declared war on the Garlic Islands.
King Basil sucks it!
Fire one! Fire two! Garlic über alles!
The conflict spread until most of the outer islands were involved. And although the Mogans were, for the most part, neutral, they were nevertheless affected.
Where do you think you're going?
We're bound for Coors Harbor to pick up a cargo of wood.
Nobody goes through these waters.
But we've got a schedule, and Mocha's neutral, and
I don't care about that. My orders are no ship passes this line.
As the war spread, trade was sharply curtailed. A few wood supply ships got through, but there was an immediate shortage, and the Greater Mocha Supply Company didn't have enough domestic wood to supply the increasing needs of the Mocha Islanders. Well, you know what happened. The prices shot up, And in some places, there was even rationing. There were long lines at the wood stations. What people had always taken for granted was suddenly in very short supply. The Mokans had gotten used to unlimited supplies of everything, and they were hopping mad about the shortages and the rationing.
It's all Pablo's fault.
It's Big Daddy's fault for letting him get away with it. The wood company is ripping us off.
Profits are up, and we've still got a shortage.
It's a conspiracy.
No, see here, Pablo. It's me they'll heave-ho. You find a solution or make restitution.
Now, hold on. I didn't start this war. Do you think I like to ration our wood instead of selling it on a free market?
No, but your profits are up, and it's exceedingly tough.
Yeah, but over the last few years, our profits have been less than other Mocan businesses. And besides, if we don't make profits, we can't keep our company growing to take care of everybody's needs. And we can't go exploring for new sources, and we can't step up our replanting program. Without profits, our wood supply will gradually get less and less.
Get us out of this mess, or by decree I'll possess. If I have to stop it, I'll declare you non-profit.
How can you or anybody else run my business without a profit? Where are you going to get the clams for new equipment, or to even...
If I need some new axes, I'll levy some taxes.
Try and tell that to your subjects out there.
Come on out, Pablo.
We know you're in there.
Good Baron.
Profiteer! Highway robbers, more like
Yes, it is.
Well, Mocha's got a real problem on its hands. What's the solution? Hang Pablo by his thumbs? Well, that's not really going to do any good. If they leave him alone, maybe he can work his way out of it. Take over the wood industry? Well, that's possible. It's been done in some other countries, but it hasn't been very successful. One thing is clear. Supplies are going to be inevitably scarce, perhaps for a long time. And whoever runs the wood industry, Pablo or anybody else, must make substantial investments in their wood-producing capacity and long-range research. Otherwise, supply just won't meet the demand, and that will drive prices higher and higher. The Mokans have that little saying, whatever's fair. Let's hope they remember it and tackle their wood problems together.